Hello everybody. For this painting we take a canvas size of 12 inches by 16 inches and start off by marking the landscape area. After the marking is done, we take titanium white and permanent blue on a flat brush, and with crisscross strokes we fill in the sky. Make a beautiful grade of white and blue. We mix this with permanent green and white, and towards the horizon line we kind of just take a green shade to show images of the far off bushes and trees. Now we move on to paint the marked areas which are beside the water body. We color them completely in Hooker's green and permanent green. Now we paint the water, which is also green because it is of course reflecting everything that is surrounding it. Here we use sap green and permanent green. You can take a tinge of yellow if you want. Now with a fan brush we make trees foliage rather, that is in the background. Now here you can use a mix of greens. You can use permanent green with lemon yellow. You can use sap green with cadmium yellow. It is as per your preference, but keep the strokes very light and dull because all this is in the background. So let's not really have very overpowering strokes or colors. Now we take the flat stiff brush, by far the most favorite brush of landscape artists I guess, and we just show the gradient, the slope of the landscape. Here we have mixed permanent green and cadmium yellow. You can highlight by increasing the amount of cadmium yellow in the mix. Again with a soft fan brush, we make the foliage. Only this time we use the edge of the fan brush, and this is a soft fan brush, so it gives really delicate and nice foliage. Pretty leaves in dark green and light greens, and you can further add a little bit of yellow so you can show highlights. Now you can see we are making trees. The trees in the background can be slightly thinner, and as you move ahead you can have thicker barks. This will help give you good depth to the painting. There are very little things you need to do to just get the painting looking a little more deeper, or looks like a 3D effect, like a tunnel effect. On the other side we have already made some leaves and foliage, so we just make thin barks to fill them up and to complete the trees. Now with the help of a thin round brush you can make branches. You can make as many branches. I have not made too many here. We make some rocks with the help of a round tipped brush in black color. Make as many or as little as you want, but see to it that you give it various shapes and sizes. Sizes should differ, and there should be a good cluster of rocks here and there. We add few leaves on the base of the trees. Now these are in permanent green and cadmium yellow. You can use any other shade of green. We also give a different kind of leaf using a fan brush. You can also use a little bit of blue and white and a little bit of green in it to give a different shade if you want. Now to highlight the rocks, I have used a purple mixed in black and white. So instead of giving a very typical grey, I have just changed the shade. We add a little bit of detailing to the trees with burnt sienna and titanium white. You can also add a little bit of red if you want, but I didn't feel that it will go with this color palette. Now if you have seen the picture of the painting, you can see a small bridge out there over the water body, and it's a pretty little bridge, not something very huge, but you can even call it a viewing deck, just to walk over and be there on this beautiful waterfront. So we just mark it out with a brush. You can do it with a ruler. We add some foliage to the trees, and we have left the bridge to dry. We come back to it later. Now we add some bushes in permanent green and yellow. You can change the color of the bushes to sap green and lemon yellow also. We add more rocks to the water body, and as you can see that we have made some light green lines marking the flow of water in the waterfall before we actually do it. So at times you find it difficult to make a waterfall directly with a fan brush. So just for convenience we make these lines, and as you can see that I'm making it with a thin brush with a very light green color that really doesn't but it gives you a direction, it gives you kind of a layout how the water is going to flow. And then with a soft fan brush you can take sap green, titanium white, and start darkening all the markings that you have done. This is just an easy way to plan the waterfall the way you want it and then go over it. I just feel that this makes life easier, and we don't tend to mess at the waterfall. You can just kind of pre-design the whole thing. Use a lighter shade first for the waterfall, like a sap green and white, and then you can eventually move on to a titanium white to highlight the water that is there. At the base of every little fall, you can use more white. But please take care while you are loading the brush, don't overload it with white, or you can just get a very ugly patchy waterfall. We don't want that. And here what we have is a very soft flowing water. It is not a very heavy water body, very light and soothing. Just give a tinge of green to all the rocks. You can even add a slightly muddy shade of yellow and burnt sienna, but here predominantly everything is green, so we go for green. Now we do the top part of the bridge. Here we use burnt sienna and titanium white and make a straight line, just covering the bridge. Now as we move on to make the rail on the bridge, I have actually used a flat brush and used the complete edge of the flat brush, used the width of the flat brush as the height of the rail. So you can see that I'm just pressing the edge of the flat brush on the bridge. First I do two ends, then the center, and then split it again into two. So this is basically all without using any scale, ruler, measurements. It is only brush. We just show the lower edge of the bridge with the help of a lighter shade and a flat brush and go along the curve. Now we highlight the waterfall with titanium white, and this is a stiff fan brush. If you can see, I'm using very little water because I want distant lines of stark white which just highlight the water body. Highlight the rocks with lighter browns. Here we cover the bridge with a little bit of trees and leaves around it. Highlight the water that is coming from below the bridge, and some brown and black and white to show the muddy effect of water near the edges. Now we go on to make some grass with really fresh green. Now this you can make with a cadmium yellow and permanent green. Very little permanent green and large amount of cadmium yellow gives you this beautiful fresh green. You just throw around the grass with this brush on the rocks to create various levels and surfaces. After highlighting the grass and leaves, you're done with a beautiful painting. Please don't forget to sign your painting. It's very important because it is going to be your artwork. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for joining us. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel.